A West Midlands police sergeant is to face a gross misconduct hearing for forcibly removing a Sikh head dressing from a suspect in custody. The incident happened in the custody suite of Perry Bar, in which allegedly 7 officers were involved in removing the man's headdress. The man later went on to complain, and after an IOPC investigation, it was decided that the sergeant had a case to answer for gross misconduct. The Sikh man said that he was left traumatised and felt disrespected following the incident in October last year, labelling it as a racial hate crime. An incident which could mean the sergeant has breached standards of professional behaviour relating to equality, diversity, authority, respect, courtesy and the use of force in the handling of the situation and decision to remove the man's head covering. The IOPC said that they determined there was no case to answer for misconduct for the other 6 officers, but that 4 of them would benefit in taking part in reflective practice to learn from the incident. IOPC Regional Director Derek Campbell said that this incident caused significant unrest within the local community at the time, and false videos shared on social media did understandably cause some major concern. However, we established early on in our investigation, having viewed the custody CCTV, that the man's head covering was not stamped on at any stage. We carried out a thorough investigation which looked into the actions of all officers involved and concluded that a police sergeant had a case to answer for gross misconduct. It will be a decision for a misconduct panel chaired by a legally qualified chair to determine whether the allegations are proven. We have advised the complainant of the investigation outcome, and a misconduct hearing for the police sergeant will now be organised and carried out by West Midlands Police. The man in question, the Sikh, during the course of the IOPC investigation, had been found to have lied about one of his claims that the police stamped on his head dressing. This was disproven by CCTV footage. Now, we haven't seen, and we're unlikely to see, the footage of the incident, so can't make assumptions on the claim that it was a racial hate crime. In other words, a non-crime. We don't know what was said, whether the police laughed or took the piss. But when a grown adult is in police custody, religion or not, the police have a duty to make sure the person has nothing on them that could hurt themselves or the police. Claiming religious reasons not to search a certain part of the body is a great way to conceal something that you don't want found, and so if this was done respectfully, even if it was forcibly removed, I don't see much of an issue. Men and women and children are forcibly strip searched, which generally seems to be okay as far as the police are concerned, and in some cases forcibly stripping a detainee is okay in the eyes of the law too. And seeing as this doesn't appear to have been a strip search, I honestly, personally, don't see a major issue. If, as I say, it was done respectfully, even if it had to be forcefully removed, although they could have tried to find a Sikh officer to possibly do the search. I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think it's okay to search forcibly in the cases of strip searching normal members of the public, but it's okay to potentially allow a suspect to conceal something under their religious garments and complain when they get treated the same as everybody else? I mean, Sikhs follow the 5 Ks, okay? Kesh, Kangha, Kirpan and Kachera or Kachha. I hope I'm pronouncing them correctly. That means uncut hair, a wooden comb, an iron bracelet, an iron sword and cotton underwear. Now, the police certainly wouldn't allow a Sikh or anybody to take the comb, the iron bracelet or the kirpan into a cell with them, and these are religious articles, so why such a fuss over the headdress? I know some of you will tell me the significance of the headdress, and to be honest, I am a little bit ignorant when it comes to religions. But still, if other religious articles are taken from the Sikh if they're put into a cell, then why can't the headdress be searched for items that could be dangerous? I think calling this a hate crime, in my opinion, is ridiculous based on what we know so far. But as I say, until the misconduct hearing, we won't know if discriminatory language was used, if whether the police failed to be respectful in their actions, or any of that stuff. So we will have to wait and see about that. But based on what I've just told you, I for one don't see anything necessarily wrong on the surface with the forceful removal of the headdress for a search, when the rest of us can be forcibly stripped for the same reasons.